rich grandfather made a $5.2 million rule at Christmas. If you ask about the will, you lose it. Grandfather Wayne made his fortune selling medical dum-dums and other supplies and retired at 69 with close to $6 million in assets. At Christmas dinner, he made an announcement that changed everything. I've finalized my will. But there's one rule. The moment anyone asks me about inheritance, they're out. Completely. The table went silent. One question about money, one hint that you're wondering what you'll get, you get nothing. My Uncle Ben laughed nervously. Dad, that's final, Grandpa said. The family group chat exploded that night, but carefully. Everyone knew he monitored messages. My cousin Jonathan started visiting every Sunday, never mentioning money, but constantly asking about family legacy. My Aunt May began hosting elaborate dinners, making sure everyone saw her generosity. My sister Lauren researched estate law and casually brought up what most families do, dancing around the actual question. They were playing the same game with different strategies. Don't ask directly, but position yourself as the obvious choice. I watched this for 3 months before I realized Grandpa wasn't testing who could resist asking. He was testing who genuinely didn't care. Christmas came again. May hosted with expensive wine, just for Dad. Jonathan gave a 5-minute toast about family legacy. Lauren steered conversations toward Grandpa's business wisdom. Halfway through dinner, Jonathan cracked. Grandpa, when you're gone, have you considered how the estate might be? You're out? Grandpa said calmly. Jonathan went pale. I didn't ask about my inheritance. You asked about the estate. Same thing. You're done. The room froze. 2 weeks later, Lauren tried during a private lunch. Grandpa, I was wondering if you had advice about how you structured. Lauren, you're out. I was asking for advice. You were asking how I structured my estate. We both know it. May lasted another month before calling him crying, asking if she was still part of the plan. Out. By March, 6 family members had disqualified themselves. The group chat was chaos. Accusations of sabotage, theories about who was left. I hadn't asked a single question. Not because I was playing the game well, but because I genuinely didn't think about it. I had my own career, my own investments. Grandpa's money was his to do with as he pleased. Aren't you worried you'll slip up? My mother asked during a tense family dinner. Not really. I don't think about the will. That's what they all say. No, they all say they're not asking while carefully asking. I'm actually not asking. My father called a month later. Your grandfather wants to see you. Grandpa was in his study, looking older than I'd ever seen him. You're the only one who never tried to game the system, he said. You said not to ask, so I didn't ask. Jonathan lasted 3 months. Your sister made it 5. May called crying 6 times before she finally asked. He pulled out a folder. You made it the whole year. I wasn't counting. I know. That's why you're getting everything. 5.2 million, the properties, the business shares. What about everyone else? They couldn't make it 12 months without asking about money they hadn't earned. You made it because you weren't asking. He handed me an envelope. Don't open this until I'm gone. Grandfather Wayne died 4 months later. The will reading was nuclear. This is insane, Jonathan shouted. We were set up. It was a trap. Lauren was crying. How is Joyce still in? May demanded. The lawyer cleared his throat. Mr. Wayne kept detailed records. Joyce never inquired once. Because she was scamming, Jonathan yelled. I opened the envelope that night. Grandpa's letter was brief. Joyce, I didn't set a trap. I set a boundary. Everyone else couldn't respect it because they cared more about money than time with me. You respected it because you never needed my wealth to be fine. Wayne, I used part of the inheritance to expand my business and invested the rest. My family hasn't spoken to me in over a year. Jonathan hired a lawyer to contest the will and lost. May called me once. You could share it. That's what he would have wanted. He wanted to see who could go 1 year without asking. You couldn't do it. Last week I saw Jonathan at a conference still trying to pitch me on partnerships to access money he thinks should have been his. Turns out the hardest test isn't proving you deserve wealth. It's proving you don't need validation of deserving it.